Hey everybody, welcome back. Glad you tuned in. Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to make some knife scales for this folding knife kit made by Rockler, or sold by Rockler. And today we're going to use zebra wood. And I love zebra wood. It's so pretty. And it's hard. It should be a good material for these knife scales. And I just used a couple of thin coats of CA glue for my finish. If the pens can withstand all the oils from our hands, then I figure a knife scale can too. Glad you tuned in. Now, let's make the knife scales for this fold-out knife.
We're going to be using this folding lockback knife kit from Rockler Woodworking. It's their part number 58600. I'll leave a link in the description below. And one of the first things that we have to do is it says the scales need to be 4 inches long by 3/8, quarter to 3/8. So we're going to start with 4 inches long by 3/8. So I've got this marked. So now we'll just size this. We'll cross cut it, and then we'll split it so that we've got 4 inches by 3/8. So those will be our two scales. Those will be the inside surfaces. These will be the outside surfaces. Okay, one of the first things that you want to do is to wrap your blade with some blue painter's tape. This painter's tape's easy to remove, but you don't want to cut yourself. It comes with a protective thing on the tip, but you still don't want to cut yourself with your blade. So first and foremost, let's do that. Then we just draw out our profile. Okay, there's the two handles. There's the right side inside and there's the left side inside, so they'll essentially be like this. Now I'm going to use a combination of the belt sander and the spindle sander. I'm going to sand it a little closer to the line. I'm still not going to get there yet because we'll finish sanding once we assemble the knife. Alright, now we're going to prepare to drill the holes. And we've got the right side set up with the right side. So I'm going to put a piece of two-sided tape on each knife. They call this a liner. So this is going to be our scale, so I'll make sure we're butted up against there. And then, just for a little added insurance, I'm just going to put that clamp on there for a second. Then we'll repeat the procedure for the other side. Want to make sure you're butted up against your scale. Now we're ready to mark those holes. Okay, with a 3/32 bit, there's 4 holes to drill, and 3 of them you drill with a 3/32 bit, here, here, and here, on both liners, the left one and then the right one. This last one you drill with a 1/16, and you use a liner as a guide. So I have set my drill bit up with a 3/32, and we will. So I got the depth set so that it would just barely go through, and I'll use the liner as a guide, and we're ready to drill. Now I'll change that out to a 1/16 inch bit. And now we'll start the assembly. The first thing it says to do is install the 2-piece thumb stud into the top of the blade. This, I think, is what you use to open the blade with. Physical dexterity is not what it was 20 years ago. That stud just sits in there, and then you just screw the two together. And then we install 2 small pins, like number 7s on the drawing, and they're going to go into this small countersunk hole. Remember I said there was 4. There's one that was countersunk just a little bit. And just tap those in. Okay, now with the right side of the liner facing up like we've got here, we're going to install 3 of these pins in these 3 holes. And we push these pins in until they extrude through the liner and only slightly protrude from the other side of the scale. So just a real also put one large pin through this hole on the bolster. Now we place the blade lock onto that forward pin there, and then this rear spacer goes on these two pins. Now we'll shape it. Use a variety of tools, whatever you want to use to shape it. Combination of sanders, files. Well, here's our finished knife. I just put 2 thin coats of CA on it. Figure if pens can handle the oils from hands from a CA, then a couple of coats of CA on the knife handle would work as well. And I don't use a knife a lot, but I occasionally carry one, so this should work out real well for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up, share our video, like our video, subscribe if you haven't. We really appreciate it. Until next time, be safe.